So yeah, today is November 22nd, and I was just watching this guy's video. His YouTube channel is BDEL1014, and I was watching Guardians of the Galaxy Yakub creation story. So while he was saying that how all the prophets' esoteric teachings say that um, the beings are going to come out from underneath the Earth's surface, and they will show up, and by 2029, and um, probably they'll show up or something like that. And he talks about a book that Dalai Lama had mentioned, or he's mentioned in the book, or he himself has said something in the book. I'm not sure. Now they're giving me electric shock on the right side of one electric shock on the right side of my brain. I don't know when I said Dalai Lama that either he's mentioned or he himself has said something or somebody else was mentioning about him. I'm not sure. So, but I did see something about Dalai Lama over there. And the book was, according to him, the book was written in 1913. So, but anyways, even, I'm still like, you can see I'm just 12 minutes into the video. And even before that, I was like in, say, about 5 minutes or 3-4 minutes into the video, and these people started to give me something in the right side of my ear, not the pressure, not the pulling of eardrum, not the heating of outer ear, not the pinching of the ear, where we wear the earrings, like not that area where we wear the earring, like I feel like pinching. No, none of these symptoms. This is like, I continuously hear cur, that kind of noise. It's not really like a loud sound, but I can hear something moving, and it is making very faint kind of sound in the right, like they are doing it right now. So basically they want to make issue about something. Either, they want to tell, oh, no such reptilians or no such beings are going to come out from the underneath the surface. Oh no, all that is wrong. Or they want to tell me that, oh, this guy is just making, just splurting out like bluff stuff, there is nothing about Yakub and all that. And then he goes about talking about chosen ones and 144,000, how they will be ascended to the heavens or into the higher dimensions, and majority of the people, they are NPCs. They will be caught up here on the earth, and reptilians will take over these people. And so he talks about all of that in another videos. So anyways, I don't know, the moment I came here, these people have to harass me. Okay, so that's a harassment where they started to give me wiggle, something kind of, it's not even wiggle, where they do like, how you put feather inside your ear and how it like kind of wiggles and tickles. No, this is not even that. It's kind of giving me the kind of weird kind of sound, and something I feel like it's moving inside my that eardrum kind of area. It's like deep inside my ear. But everything I told you, everything on the right side, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Or so they have problem in me watching either this guy's video, or they have problem with whatever the content was, where they started to see, oh, these beings are gonna surface on the earth. Okay. Okay, now they stopped. And I can feel a little weird. When I'm talking, I can feel that it's so hard to even explain all these symptoms. But we know that all this is done by directed energy weapons, witchcraft, and all of this, microwave weapons, all kind of stuff. And since I'm making the video, I'll tell you what they did. So I told you in my yesterday's video how I was to make Mexican food today. So the moment I took out the black beans and, I was cooking it, they started to give me like little minor pain, like needle pains in my left breast area. Now I told you how they made issue about the breast area, and how I posted the videos about pervert terrorists, where they gave me mosquito bite underneath the left breast because they want to synchronize for super interrogation purpose. Why? Because we were watching this Mr. Bean's video, and Mr. Bean was drawing the naked lady. Okay, so to synchronize all of that, they gave me mosquito bite in the left side underneath my breast. And just because I have made a video on that, so now they want to hone into my breast. So now they took the left side of my breast and they started to give me needle pains while I'm opening this black beans, okay? And even when I'm talking, I can feel this eardrum, something in my eardrum, like, you know how the water goes inside your ear and how it feels, like that kind of feeling it is. It's hard to explain, but I can feel something is there in the right side of my eardrum. I know it's so hard to explain all these symptoms. So they are kind of flapping or giving like cur, 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 kind of that kind of voice. And so very annoying, right? So, and also they have started to ramp up, like, um, give me this higher frequency of this humming kind of sound that they do. I told you they have been giving past 2 weeks. They've been giving me in my entire cranium. Okay, so we know that CIA Robert Duncan and CIA Director William Burns, they are pervert terrorists, okay? Gerald Osby, pervert terrorist. Suja Vijayan's pervert terrorist. J. Bean is a pervert terrorist. Ramola Dharmraj, pervert terrorist. Karen Stewart, pervert terrorist. Billy Crone Pasta, a pervert terrorist. Sachin Klav, a pervert terrorist. Ralph Smart, YouTuber, pervert terrorist. JWTV Jackson guy, pervert terrorist. Almas Jacob, a pervert terrorist. Dr. Stephen Greer and Dr. Richard Boylan, pervert terrorist. Yuval Noah Harari and Klaus Schwab, they all are pervert terrorists. We know all this. Okay, so moving on. Then they started to give me, so they'll do only if when I'm pressure cooking that, so here 3-4 times they'll do, then they'll stop. Then I'm making the beans, like I'm cooking it, then they'll do 3-4 times and then they'll stop. Then I'm washing the same pressure cooker, like after everybody's done eating, and then I'm washing. Then they started to give me again, then same, 3-4 times the that pain in the left side of my breast, the needle pains I'm talking about. Then what else they did? They started to give me pressure on the right side of my eardrum little bit today in the shower, actually, when I was looking at that mosquito bite. Okay, so while I'm showering, I figured, oh, there's like a mosquito bite, and I started to scratch, and just because I was actually washing my hair, and I just happened to look down there, and they started to give me pressure on the right side of my eardrum. Now, whenever they give pressure on the right side of my eardrum, not ears, not outer ear, eardrum, which is inside the ear, when they give the pressure there, it pains a lot. So I don't know, they started to give pressure. Why? Oh, so now they want to make issue. Oh, how dare you saw that naked lady, Mr. On that Mr. Bean. And by the way, I didn't even turn that thing on. My in-laws and my hubby did. I was washing plates, and I was just snacking while sitting in the dining room, and the TV was right there, so I was watching it. And by the way, they don't show any such revealing thing in that episode. It's just Mr. Bean was drawing something of that sort, but because she had to look at the lady and then draw her. So anyway, so now they want to obviously make issue about the breast, because everything has to do with humiliation. I showed you in montauk.net guy that they get loose energy of the star seeds, of the source conscious energy like me, only via humiliation and slavery and torture programming, okay? And yesterday also I was reading another guy's article who was talking about reptilians, and he clearly said that reptilians, they love torture. They get pleasure just the way human beings get pleasure from sexual sex. This is the same way reptilians get pleasure from torture. So the more torture is like, and that is exactly what montauk.net guy says, that the torture of the starseeds of the targeted individual it emits a lot of thick energy, loose energy, thick negative loose energy, that these, I told you that right now there are interdimensional entities in my vicinity. They are watching me. So these interdimensional entities take up those energy and then they give it up to the reptilians and greys, whatever, So that is what montauk.net guy was explaining in his right here. He explains all that, right, in his discerning alien disinformation, energy harvest and implants. So they have to give fear, terror, pain, sexual violation, humiliation, and despair, because negative emotions trigger a thick emission of subtle energy from, he calls abductees, but it's really the targeted individuals, and grays nearby the abductee. So grays are like I said, not everything is truth what he says. In fact, at the starting only he says that there is some truth, and he has mixed some false in it. So it's up to the person to discern what is the truth and what is false. So grays is a false thing. There is no alien. Alien, they tell you in the spelling itself that it's a lie. And so these so-called grays, who are nothing but jinn and demons, who are within my vicinity right now, they can function as siphons through which remotely interfaced reptilians can slurp up the energy. Okay, so yeah, and they show all this even in Hollywood movies, that how human beings are like a harvesting energies for the mantids. In that movie in which I saw, they were using not reptilians but mantids. They were showing mantids in there. Even in Matrix movie, they show that how these machines are, now they are giving me one twitch on the left side of my, they are giving me two very solid intense twitch on the left side of my knee. Okay, to confirm the same, basically, we use mantids, and we are doing all this energy harvesting, and you're being used for the energy harvesting. So yeah, that is all they care for. So even in the Matrix movie, they show that how machines are hooked up with the human beings, and how human beings act as battery for them. So they take so much of all these loose energy for energy harvesting. There are many other mind programming and all this same thing. Even the other guy was talking on I was on a total different website. I was just looking up draconian and reptilians, all that, and all same thing popped up. Okay, whatever these montauk.net guy is talking about. Hyperdimensional manipulation. I've already seen how they hyperdimensionally, like, they will manipulate. And same thing, David Icke is talking that these archons or whatever, these interdimensional entities, they can change our 3D dimensional, whatever we are doing, everyday acts, because they are manipulating our mind, and they are even controlling our mind. I literally see it, and that is how they synchronize everything. That is why these people, even CIA Robert Duncan and all these people, montauk.net guy, even the other guy I told you I was reading his website, they all talk about artificial synchronizations. This is how they do continuous artificial synchronizations to combine the two events to continuously either, at least in my case, it will lead to super interrogation, but it always has to do with humiliation and guilt. Now, for example, I'll make that video tomorrow, but today they send me a letter from my bank. Okay, now that particular bank, I had my name. I told you, just in past 2 days, I have been uploading the video. Now they are giving me one twitch on the left side of my back to confirm. Anything on the left side means a confirmation. So they're already confirming what I'm about to say. So just because in past 2 days I've been saying that how they used to do bank fraud and all that with me, and I actually sent all of that to a pastor. I told you how I was sending email to a pastor. He's in different country. So just because I said something about banks, so they immediately sent a letter from that bank, okay? And the date is what? 2011, when my name was on that bank. After that, these people committed fraud on that bank account. These people, NSA, CIA, FBI, they committed fraud on my bank account. So I had to remove my account. It was a joint account, me and my hubby. I had to remove my name from that account, and his name is still there. But now they are sending me letter. This is 2023. Where are they sending letter from? 2011. So this is how they will intentionally, this is intentional synchronizations. They literally make these documents, and even the stamp of that bank, the usual logo is red color. But no, this has orange color logo. And not only that, this particular bank never had my wrong last name. So now this thing also has a wrong last name. Well, one letter is wrong in my last name. One letter is wrong. They misplaced intentionally, just to show, oh yeah, it is a fraudulent letter. we have a different logo. First of all, it's from 2011. Then the color of that logo is different. Then your last name is different, all of that. So they literally tell you that, oh, it's a fraud. But we are only sending you this letter from bank just to synchronize, because you started to talk or everything about it. And you know, about the fraudulent that goes, because I actually was sending to pasta. Okay, so all these people want to do is synchronize. And ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby has mentioned every single thing, from the continuous spam phone calls that he used to do at my place, or they all together used to do at my place, so much so that I had to keep my phone calls on do not disturb mode. And these kind of scam letters, they used to literally send me all these kind of letters and magazines which I have not subscribed to, but everything was not random. Nothing was random. Everything had to do with synchronization for super interrogation purpose. That's it. That was the main purpose. Oh, you gonna upload that? Oh, you gonna write this to that pastor that you had a bank fraud? Okay, we will actually send you the letter that talks about fraud protection. And actually the letter has to do with fraud protection. They will actually write what is the content, main content about fraud protection. Okay, that to that level they will synchronize everything. So we know that it is sent by these very FBI agent, the terrorist guy, ex-FBI Gerald Sosby, the pervert terrorist, the CIA William Burns, pervert terrorist, Stephen Greer, Dr. Stephen Greer, pervert terrorist, Dr. Richard Boylan, a pervert terrorist. Okay, CIA Robert Duncan and CIA William Burns and Suja Vijan, pervert terrorists. All of these pervert terrorists, and terrorists.